you one of the all-time greats in the world of professional wrestling. Would you please welcome Greg the Hammer Valentine? It wasn't that long ago you were here, but now you're back. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Of course, as a former Intercontinental Champion and Tag Team Champion, a 13-year veteran of the World Wrestling Federation, all I can say is it is a great pleasure to have you here in West Allis.
Thank you very much. And thank you for the reception. Milwaukee's a nice town. I don't care what some of the other people say about it. I like it. Like you said, 13 years in the WWF. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that I'm in WCW, which is a better company. The main thing, I'm glad to be here because I can still wrestle in my independence, and I like it. And I enjoy wrestling the young guys, and I like seeing the young guys, yeah, NWO. Hollywood Hogan is a good friend of mine. But I don't know about that NWO. I'd rather sit back and watch right now.
Greg, getting on to the business at hand tonight, when you were back here at Summer Sizzler last fall, I know you had your eye on a gentleman by the name of the Spymaster, who now is the heavyweight champion and your opponent tonight. What are your thoughts on this contest as you go into this?
Well, I don't ever underestimate an opponent. I wrestled him last year, and I didn't remember who he was. The promoter told me, and I said, oh yeah, that guy. That guy is stiff. That's all I can remember. He's strong, he's a good wrestler, and I was surprised when I wrestled him how good he was. So, like I said, I never underestimate my opponents. The man is out to make a name for himself. All I gotta say is he's not gonna use my name to make a name for himself.
Well, Greg, again, on behalf of Mid-American Wrestling, the Knights of Columbus, and West Allis, Wisconsin, we welcome you back. And now, I'm going to ask security to come up to ringside, lead Greg the Hammer Valentine up to our concession stand, where he will be available. We present to you your main event. Referee Gino Lenza.
Oh, here he comes again, Jack. I don't know why you can't make your peace with Gino Lanza. Scott DeMarc and I made our peace with me.
The Mid-American Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. One fall, 60-minute time limit. The challenger is a former Intercontinental Champion, World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champion, and current from Seattle, Washington, at 252 pounds, please welcome Greg the Hammer Valentine! In this championship contest, his hometown and weight, strictly classified information. Would you please welcome the champion, the Spymaster. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being told by Scott DeMark after the brawl he had with Barfly Mike that the Spymaster has left the building. And also told Greg Valentine we do have a substitute opponent. Scott, exactly who? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, there is a substitute here. I don't know the ramifications if the title will still be on the line. I'm being told to introduce at this time from San Francisco, a gentleman by the name of Hiroshima Joe. Hiroshima Joe. One fall, 60 minutes.
Hiroshima Joe to face Greg the Hammer Valentine in tonight's main event here at the Knights of Columbus. Mid-American Wrestling. We thought it was going to be the Spymaster, Jack. Not going to be the case. I guess not. And the Hammer drops the hammer and a big elbow on Hiroshima Joe. And off the second rope. And what happened to the Spymaster, nobody knows. Apparently he left the building after the brawl with Barfly Mike, and no one has seen him since. And taking his place is Hiroshima Joe. And we've yet to determine if there's any sort of championship ramifications here.
But wait, Greg, I got to cut you off here. I see the man making his way to the booth now. I'm gladly going to give up my headset to the leader of the Alliance of Violence, the one and only Hustler.
Well, Hustler is coming on in here, and a minute. What is going on here? Gino Lanza, we want to welcome the Hustler here to our broadcast booth, but apparently Gino Lanza calling for the bell. Hiroshima Joe
made short work of Hiroshima Joe from San Francisco. I just said a protege of the late great Roy Shire. Now Spymaster's in the ring, but everybody tried to find him, I guess, and they couldn't find him. He was nowhere to be seen. I don't know if this is a plot of his. Who knows who Hiroshima Joe is, though, really? May not be the one I'm thinking of.
Well, we got word that Spymaster had left the building after the brawl with Barfly Mike, but he is in fact back in that ring as Hiroshima Joe is being led back to the dressing room area by our security.
Spymaster was putting the boots to him, and really wearing Valentine down here.
Spymaster into the ropes. And Greg the Hammer Valentine draped across that second rope. And Hustler, I gotta ask you about what just took place in the ring just a bit earlier tonight. Apparently Manly Matt Millions picking the wrong person out of the crowd tonight.
They're just a bunch of freaks, a bunch of degenerates. They have no place in Mid-American Wrestling. I know that Manly Matt, I mean, hey, what his persuasion is not really none of my business. I neither condone it or not condone it, if you know what I mean. To each their own. But when they decide to, bring a member of our family into the picture, like Billy Joe's little brother, Mikey, there's a problem. And there's definitely a problem now. And hopefully we're going to be able to settle this. Billy Joe is just irate. He is just irate. And you can't blame him.
I'm sure he is. It sure didn't take Commissioner Kaluzny long to put that 8-man tag team match together for...
What a chop. Oh, another big one.
For the card here at the Knights. Next time, Saturday night, March
the 7th.
March the 7th. And meanwhile, back in the ring now, Greg the Hammer Valentine really going to work on the legs of the Spymaster.
And what a coup for Mid-American Wrestling to get WCW star Greg the Hammer Valentine live in West Allis.
Well, also a former WWF Intercontinental Champion.
And look at this, he's going for his patented figure 4 leg lock, the master of the figure 4 leg lock. Gino Lanza calls for the break as the Spymaster goes for the rope.
Now, do you suppose there was some association between the Spymaster and Hiroshima Joe?
I would assume so. I mean, I would think it would be Colonel Blatnick, but once Colonel Blatnick gained 70 pounds, it couldn't be him.
It's much bigger than Colonel Blatnick, no question about it.
Big snap there down to the canvas, and now Spymaster's on top with a front face lock.
Gino Lanza asking the Hammer if he wants to give it up. He wants to give up his championship attempt here tonight, trying to wrest the Mid-American Heavyweight Championship away from the Spymaster, whose weight, hometown, strictly classified information. Of course, Greg the Hammer Valentine, 252 out of Seattle, Washington.
And I would never take anything away from the Spymaster, a talented wrestler. Billy Joe's had some great battles with him. And it's showing here, wearing down Greg Valentine. Taking him right back down to the canvas.
Well, let me ask you, Hustler, would Spymaster's earlier encounter with Barfly Mike have any effect on this match?
I'll tell you what, I don't think so, to be honest with you. I think the Spymaster's a competent athlete. You can see here, a little wrestling lesson for you, Greg. You see that chin lock that he has applied to Greg Valentine? Well, he's leaning on Valentine's back, which is not allowing Valentine to catch his breath, compacting his lungs. Definitely wearing down Valentine.
Sure.
He's firing back.
Oh, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
But not for long.
You have two wrestlers of similar styles in there, I would say. Both men about the same size, both cunning, devious, both ring veterans, both traveled the world.
Well, definitely the Spymaster trained in the same fashion as the old veterans, like Greg the Hammer Valentine. Trained in the same fashion as a Harley Race or a Dory Funk Jr. A wrestler through and through is a Spymaster. I can tell you that firsthand. I've been in the opposite corner of the Spymaster many, many times, and he always shows what kind of a wrestler he is. Always. He's a competent professional.
Well, he's going back to that chin lock.
Yes, and once again,
I see what you mean here.
Leaning on the back of Greg the Hammer Valentine, cutting off the oxygen. Greg's arm is being checked, see? Just as effective as a sleeper hold.
And Valentine able to keep that arm raised the third time. Had it gone down, Gino Lanza would have called for the bell. And Spymaster would have retained his Mid-American Heavyweight Championship.
People are behind him here. Listen to that. Listen to that chant for Hammer, Hammer.
Now, of course, Greg the Hammer Valentine graciously signing autographs for quite some time earlier tonight.
Oh, beautiful belly-to-back suplex, or possibly a side suplex there, rather, on the Spymaster, breaking the hold.
Both men now down on the canvas.
And Valentine's hot. And he's hot.
Lanza cautioning him to keep that hand open. It is the Valentine's Night Massacre here at the Knights of Columbus. This is your main event, and look at Greg the Hammer Valentine, no stranger to using devious tactics.
Oh, that chop. Spymaster right through the corner. Right through the corner post with that one.
Landing the elbow to the side of the head of the Spymaster as a follow-up. And Spymaster apparently telling Gino Lanza to get him back. Please keep him away. Oh, look at this.
He's trying to back up Greg the Hammer Valentine, insisting Gino Lanza to back him up. Gino Lanza would not back him up. Remember, Spymaster was in the corner. There are rules of professional wrestling. When a man is in the corner, you must retreat. You must back off. Your opponent then has the 5 count to get out of the corner, to get off the ropes.
Spymaster continuing to go to work on the eyes of the Hammer. And I don't care how big you are, how skilled you are, if you can't see your opponent, you can't hit him, you can't wrestle him. And that's the predicament that faces Greg the Hammer Valentine right now in this championship match. He's coming out of it pretty good.
Goes for a hip toss, doesn't quite get him. Doesn't quite get him. Spymaster able to slide out. Looks like he's retreating. I don't know what Barfly is doing out here right now. I don't know.
Oh, yes. Barfly Mike, you caught it, Hustler.
It seems like he's sitting out of ringside. Looks like he wants to enjoy the match, I guess.
Well, now, a little extra added twist here. And in comes the Spymaster, courtesy of the Hammer.
The Hammer, it looks like he's calling for the Hammer, the big elbow. Oh no, he's calling for the figure 4. Call the Hammer first, to the groin.
Yeah, and going to work on that leg.
Oh, the big Hammer, the big elbow drop.
I tell you, there have only been a few elbows in professional wrestling that are as effective as Greg the Hammer Valentine's. I think of Dusty Rhodes.
I think of Ric Flair's elbow drop as well. Ric Flair's figure 4 leg lock. And the one patented by Greg the Hammer Valentine, going for the figure 4 now. Going for the figure 4.
He's got it locked, and the
Spymaster. The figure 4 has been applied here.
Oh, is he in a world of pain right now?
No one can break this, Greg. Nobody. No one.
Hustler, you're a manager of champions. How do you go about getting out of this one at this point?
It's over. I don't know. I don't think Spymaster has that many friends. I mean, I have respect for him, but I'm not getting in the ring with Greg the Hammer Valentine. I don't want him on my bad side.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. Oh, and I'll tell you, I've never been in the ring myself, but I've had that.
There is Barfly Mike. I don't know what he's doing, but he's in there. Oh, he's going to hit him.
Oh, and the Hammer.
He just hit him with the belt. He just hit him with the championship belt. Wait, he's covering him. Greg the Hammer is covering him now.
He's got a 2 count. There it is! Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Here is your winner and new Mid-American Mid-American Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
And we have a new champion. Barfly Mike is laughing. Wait a minute. There's Gino Lanza. Oh, come on. This can't. No, wait a minute. Now wait 1 cotton-picking minute now. Gino Lanza is going to try to reverse his decision. This is the same thing that happened with Jim Brunzell. You remember what happened with Jim Brunzell when he faced Spymaster? Brunzell had him beat right in the middle of the ring.
Gino Lanza has disqualified
come on.
Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Come on.
Claiming that Valentine used the belt.
Come on. Gino.
Gino Lanza, you were distracted. You were talking to Barfly Mike when he got the pin. What were you doing out there, boy?
Now, wait a minute. I think Valentine's going to have something to say to Gino Lanza.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and still heavyweight champion, the Spymaster.
Well, I don't know how Gino Lanza could make that determination. He didn't see it.
Do you guys want to see me and Hammer Valentine for 5 more minutes? Do you guys want to see me and Valentine for 5 more minutes? Then buy another ticket.
He's having words with Gino Lanza here. I don't know. Doesn't look good for Lanza.
No, it doesn't. Greg the Hammer Valentine has a hold of Gino Lanza. And doggone it, this is going to make me feel good.
Do it. Do it.
Oh! He just hit him with that big elbow. Greg the Hammer Valentine is setting up Gino Lanza for the figure 4. Oh my goodness, look at this. And he's going to lock it on.
He's got him.
Good night, Gino Lanza.
Yes!
Oh, is Lanza in trouble now? Gino Lanza with a controversial decision, giving the Mid-American Heavyweight Championship back to the Spymaster, disqualifying the Hammer.
Great hands for the Hammer, Greg Valentine!
Even though Valentine does not go back to World Championship Wrestling with the Mid-American Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, I think he's definitely a winner in this building here tonight. And Gino Lanza, I mean, I've got a certain amount of respect for referees, but I'll tell you something, no love lost for Gino Lanza, especially what happened previous contest with the Spymaster and Brunzell.